Mail Monday, April 4th, 2022. Steve Sipress here with business lessons taught from pieces of mail that landed in my own either personal or business mailbox. And these arrived over the past week all together. I had mentioned it here, and those you've been following along with my Direct Mail Monday videos over the years, we always had a lot of fun with my AARP membership and how I never renew it or renew it for multiple years, especially because I like to see it's free marketing education. Let's see what they do to encourage me to renew. And then even last year, I believe, I decided not even to renew at all, let it lapse. And then I got to see what they do to win back a former member, a lost customer, a previous client, whatever you call it in your business. There's big money in that kind of a list and that kind of a prospect base. People that have done business with you in the past are no longer doing so. Anyway, point was, if you followed along 2, 3 weeks ago, I mentioned how, you know what, I might just, it seems to be year after year, it's pretty much all the same. And we're getting kind of in a rut, bored with it. They're not putting out anything new. So I mentioned that I thought I was just going to renew for the multiple year and save the $5 a year. I think it's like $10 a year if you do it for 5 years, and it's like 15 or 16 bucks a year if you do it individually. But that few bucks a year, it's worth it to me to see all the marketing that they do. Very successful marketing companies. Speaking of which, the message in today's Direct Mail Monday lesson is to make your membership so much more valuable than the cost, so irresistible an offer that people simply can't refuse, to the point where, as AARP does, you actually lose money on the membership. Every time someone becomes a member of AARP, it costs more money to serve that member than they pay, especially if someone does the multi-year and is paying $10 a year. But even us one-timers paying 15 or 16 bucks a year, I mean, first thing that happens is every month we get a beautiful, I don't know, 50, 100 page, full color, full blown magazine. That's got to cost something to print it and ship it out. And remember, if I'm paying 15, 16 bucks a year, that's like a little over a buck a month. And then there's all kinds of other stuff that goes on. And so, such a cheap membership. Now, I will tell you that a lot of people, maybe you're watching this and you're saying, like, AARP, isn't that like the Society for Old People? Yes, it is. And that's one of the reasons I avoided it for years. I think it's 55 and up, or I don't know if it's 60, and I don't remember the year, but I remember they started marketing to me years before I reached the age eligible to join. And AARP initially stood for American Association of Retired People, or Association of American Retired Persons, or whatever it was, something about being retired. And even 65 is no longer retirement for lots of people. Certainly, if you go to any supermarket, you'll see greeters at the Walmarts or people bagging groceries that are well over 65, but plenty of people with real useful jobs don't retire. I have no plans to retire when I hit 65 in a few years. Retire from what? Helping business owners make money? I love to do it. So, I mean, look, I don't have lots of calluses on my hand. I'm not, climbing up on telephone wire poles or roofs or doing any kind of manual retire. What are you talking about? Anyway, AARP is not a association for retired people, even though that's its name. That's not how they make their money. They don't make their money from selling the millions of memberships. Like I said, they lose money, obviously, on the membership itself. They make their money selling insurance and selling cellular service for seniors and selling other things to seniors and getting paid affiliate referral commissions, whatever you want to call it, kickbacks from the insurance company. Speaking of which, on the same day, I did renew. I will tell you, I did renew for the 1 year. So we're going to go see it again a year from now or 9 months from now. We'll start to see them woo me back as I ignore their first weak and feeble attempts to, like, hey, it's time to renew. And then as they get increasingly more persuasive, I still purposely ignore them to see how much more persuasive they will get and all that. So we will be going through that again, and hopefully there'll be something to learn. But our membership cards have arrived, our new membership cards, and along with this very same day, what do you think arrived from AARP? Of course, the AARP life insurance program. And so they want me to purchase insurance. Again, there's no way that they can afford everything that they send to their members for a few bucks a year, unless they're making a lot more money on other things. That's the big lesson today, is make your offer for membership so irresistible. In this case, 10 bucks a year, 12, 15 bucks a year, depending on how many years you remember for, you renew for. I mean, one senior discount. My beautiful wife Michelle loves to, ask for the senior discount, or you rent one car with the ARP card, or check into a hotel, or buy something. You're certainly going to save more than 10 or 15 bucks on one thing you get a discount on, or if you get any of their insurance, you get a discount on that, or you just enjoy the magazine and the other stuff they send you, including the gift to renew, which also arrived in the mail. The old AARP renewal gift. So first of all, I mean, do I really have to open up the envelope? Yeah, I guess we'll show you. We'll open up the envelope with the membership cards, because I don't offhand remember specifically from years past, but hopefully this is something you will do as well. You don't simply mail out an envelope and say, here's your membership cards, period. Or if you're doing it online, you don't just send an email, here's the login details, or on a thank you page, say, here it is, here's the thing you bought. Like, sell them something else at the same time on the thank you page on the internet. See, I teach lessons on Direct Mail Monday from direct mail, but they're not only used in direct mail. Hopefully you are a sharp business owner and entrepreneur, and you can apply these lessons all over. So if it's somebody buys something by clicking online on the thank you page, don't be one of those fools who just says thank you for your purchase and click here to access it, or the login details, or mail to your inbox, or here's the video you wanted to watch. That's good too, but also say, and by the way, would you want fries with that? Like, would you like chips and a drink with your $5 footlong? Like, sell them something else, right? They just bought, they're all excited. You say, you know what goes great? Or Amazon, right? You buy something immediately. They're like, people who bought that also bought this and this, or this and that, or this or that, or whatever, right? Do the same thing. Be smart. Look around and copy from the masters and successful companies, or just stick around here and you'll get those kind of ideas from me. Or you can go to helpfromsteve.com, which links to my calendar, and you can book a short call and I'll give you some help. Please don't book one every day, or overdo it. But I won't sell you anything there. I'll just help you out. Something I do until I decide not to do it, and I still am. So here you go. So here are the cards. I'm assuming they're in this envelope. Your cards are here, and I can feel it. Oh, I see. It's not an envelope. It simply folds out, and there they are. Here's our his and hers membership cards, but then along with it, check it out. Here are some of the up. They just tell you straight out offers from trusted providers. This is how they make their money. Not on the 10 or 15 bucks for membership. This is the lesson today. You ought to do the same. Make your membership or your price, your initial purchase or whatever, so irresistible, so low, so people just go, that's ridiculous. I don't even have to think about it. That's a no-brainer. Of course I have to do that. And then start selling them other things now that they've shown that they trust you, even if they gave you $1. They've taken out their credit card and they've shown that they trust you, and now you can sell them other stuff, because what else do seniors might want? And of course, as I said, they're an insurance company, so you might want car insurance. Oh, and by the way, you just call for a quote for the AARP insurance, and they give you a free gift. Free gift just for getting a quote. Only takes minutes. You'll get a weekender duffel for free to call up and get a quote. Again, irresistible. Not just, oh, it's a free consultation, free estimate. I see all that BS, that useless crap from advertisers all the time. Your local contractor, oh, free estimate. Like, this is better than free. How about I'll pay you for the estimate? I'll give you a duffel bag. Cost them a buck or two, but looks like it's a $20 value. I'll pay you for the sales call. Motorcycle insurance. Uh, what's this one? Get a credit card through AARP. Get $100 cash back. Life insurance without a medical exam. Uh, car insurance, another car insurance. And again, just for getting the quote, get the free duffel right there. Second offer in the same envelope. Uh, discover a better insurance experience. This one is mobile home insurance. Mobile home insurance program, pretty specific. And there it is, the senior cellular service, with a picture, of course, of their ideal target. Another lesson there. Picture the person you're sending it to. Put a picture of them in general, right? A stock photo of your ideal target customer, who you're going after. Like they want to see themselves. If I see this and my beautiful wife Michelle says, "Hey, that looks like that's for us," because that those people that look kind of like us, or they're every all of our friends or neighbors, or they look like the people I hang out with, like they're enjoying it. You ought to check this out, right? So they're immediately here are your membership cards and immediately selling me tons of other stuff. That's the way to do it, folks. Make the cost of doing business with you, whether it's the first purchase or it's a membership purchase or anything at all, so irresistible, so much more value than the cost that, of course, they all say yes. And now you can start to sell them more stuff where you actually make the money to recoup your loss, your slight loss on the initial sale or the membership or whatever. I call this the iceberg theory of business. The iceberg strategy is, the old saying, I don't know it in person, never experienced it, but the saying is 90% of the ice in an iceberg is under the water. You can't see it. You don't know it's there. It looks pretty big. Like I saw the Titanic movie, that iceberg looked pretty big over the water. And yet from what they say, 90% of the ice was actually under the water. Well, it's the same thing in business. 10% of your sales, of your profits you can make from a customer, client, patient, member are the initial purchase. 90% of your profits are going to be made in the long term from repeat business, from referrals, from them buying fries and a Coke with the burger, from buying more stuff right then, later, coming back, repeating, bringing their friends, telling everybody about it. That's where 90% of the profits are. And yet most business owners forego, never experience, they pass over and they miss out on that 90%. They never even know it's there because they overprice the initial sale. The initial 10% sale is the 100. It's all they're ever going to get because they're trying to make their initial purchase a reasonable amount or a competitive price or any of that nonsense. Anything that's not an irresistible offer. That is the O in the WOW strategy, and it's in the middle. It's the most important part of the strategy. The O stands for the irresistible offer that you need to make if and only if you like making lots of money without lots of headaches and stress and work. You have an irresistible offer, does the work for you, right? So here, irresistible, 10, $15 a year, no brainer. I started to say I resisted signing up for the membership just because I was like, I'm not signing up for some kind of a retired person's old person, what I was 55 or whatever years old. I just kept throwing out all the stuff they would send me. And then finally I opened one up and I looked at it and I was like, $10 a year. Why am I saying no? I didn't realize 10, 12, $15 a year to get discounts in the magazine and other benefits and whatever you get. I'm like, oh, irresistible offer. Didn't even know it. So make an irresistible offer to people. As soon as I saw that, I was like, didn't matter that it was an organization which I don't agree with like 90% of the things they stand for. I mean, I get all these emails and messages and things about, oh, we're having a special presentation about COVID. We're having an article on the magazine. Oh, special thing about COVID, about vaccines, about what do I look like? I'm, a target for that thing? Like only very few people are a target for that thing. Like what, 1% of people or something? You got to be like overweight or have diabetes or heart cancer, thing, whatever, whatever it is, it's not me. So I don't really care about that. And I don't care about a lot of the stuff they stand for. And yet $10, no brainer. And then every year, let's open this up. I get my gift. And this year, I forget what it is that we chose. We had a choice between the emails and the postcards and the mail and whatever they sent us of like 3 or 4 different gifts. I went to my beautiful wife Michelle and said, which one of these do you want to get? And they said, oh, yes, it's the tote bag. I didn't remember until I opened the whole thing up. It's a tote bag. And yeah, looks all right. She's like, yeah, I can take that stuff to the pool. We don't have a heated pool, so in about 2 weeks from now, our pool that we have in our own backyard will be going in there. But until then, my beautiful wife Michelle heads over to our community pool, and she's like, "Hey, I can take stuff in the tote bag. Shoulder strap here. We got a tote bag, and this probably cost them $1 or so, and yet it's like a $15, $20 value, and besides, came free anyway. So if it lasts a month, and then the thing rips and tears off because it's too heavy or whatever, or this or that. It's all good. It's all good. Make your offer irresistible. Not only is it 10 or $15, but then they also get a free gift. that has a retail value of 15 or 20 bucks. And so I sent them 15 bucks. I get a $15 gift. How is that not irresistible? Hopefully you can learn. If you can't learn from this video, stick around to some more. Go to helpfromsteve.com. Go to stevesipress.com. I got some video training there. Get on my calendar at helpfromsteve.com. Get this down. Get the middle letter of the WOW strategy, the O, the irresistible offer. Is that not irresistible? I'm sure they could sell the membership and have to have salespeople and have to have excellent copywriting to sell it for 40 bucks or 50 or 100, but to sell it for like 10 bucks a year and you get a gift worth more than 10 and the magazine and all the discounts, no brainer. Hopefully you do that too. Anyway, that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday, April 4th. Ah, the anniversary of the tragic and life changing. I remember when it happened, man, just tragic assassination of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. U2, Bono, they wrote a song about it, right? Shots ring out April 4. So we remember that day, 1968, I believe it was. So whatever that is, 54 years ago today. Anyway, that'll do it for today. I'll be back again tomorrow. On Topical Tuesday, I will catch you then. Over and out.